This is beginner bass guitar for 4 strings. Done as a special favor for my favorite middle-aged guy who found out he has diabetes. So, I don't have a tuner on me, but let me show you how you want to tune. There's your 4 string. You can go online and find a tuner. Here's your G, D, A, and E. Here's how you quickly can tune every time you tune up your bass. Go to your 5th fret, which will be, oh, this one doesn't have dots on it either. All right, let me see if I can do this. So, from here, you have a dot on your 3rd fret and a dot on your 5th fret. Each string should sound exactly like the one lower it as you go up. So, this one on 5th fret, E, should sound exactly like A, if you're watching my hands. E, on the 5th fret, sounds exactly like A, open. Same thing. Go up, there's D, I'm playing. And then I'm playing it here. That's what it sounds like when it's in tune. So here's D and then G. That's how you can quickly do it. And here's what you want to do. I noticed those weren't exactly in. So here's what you do. The one you want to change, you want to go down on. All right, that didn't sound right. Hear how I made that lower? Then you go up until it's in tune. So every time they're not correct, go down in pitch. Whoops, down, way down, go up. Until they sound exactly the same. That's how you know your bass is in tune. If your bass is relatively new and has good tuners, you're not going to tune it much over 4 or 6 months. And they really stay in tune really well. So let's talk about note names for a second. Now, lowest note on a 4-string bass is going to be E. Okay? And then the way that you then measure, or then you figure out what the notes are, is that 1st fret is going to be F. And the next one up is F sharp. Now, technically, the next one will be G. Look at my head here. Okay, so you see this is 3rd fret. You probably have a dot here or a dot here. That's kind of your guiding line. So F, 1st fret, E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, 4th fret. Let's see if you can see that. And A, which is your 5th fret. Now, A is also this string wide open. That's why these two should sound exactly the same. So you notice I made a quick adjustment there to make sure they're in tune. So this one open is A. 1st fret is A sharp or B flat. I'm going to talk about sharps and flats in a second. 2nd fret is B. 3rd fret is C. So 4th fret, it would be C sharp. 5th fret is D. 6th fret is D sharp or E flat. I'm going to talk about that in a second. 7th fret on your 2nd string, your A string, is E, which is the same note as your low one. That's why a lot of times in the slap, you're going to do what's called the octave. This may look ominous and confusing, but everything repeats over and over, okay? So once you learn from here, all the notes to here, 7th fret on your A string, everything else repeats. So this is an F, just like that's an F sharp, F sharp. So that's how you start to learn the notes. Now, I'm going to show you a couple scales. And then once you learn the scales, everything else kind of starts to fall in place. And then after I get into this, we'll do a song. So here's what I want you to notice. If you're going to do a major scale, you use your major finger. If If I look at these hands, which one is the major finger? This one. It's also the social finger. So if you do a major scale, think major finger. So here is the A, 5th fret, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to put my middle finger, bless you too, on the 5th fret. Right? Can you see it? Yes. So, for today's conversation, for major scale, major finger on A, that's going to be called 1. 2 is going to be with your pinky 2 frets up. Okay? The goal here is to have one finger for 1 fret. I hope you can see this. If I play the notes. But the 1 major finger is on the A since we're doing an A scale. Here's 2. It's going to be your pinky 2 frets up. Here's 3. First finger on the 4th fret. So A is on the 5th fret. The 1 is on the 5th fret. 3 is on the 4th fret. 1, 2, 3. Your 4 is with your middle finger again. 5 is with your pinky. 6 is with your first finger. 7 is with your ring finger. And then the 1, because remember I told you it repeats, is with your pinky. And then you go down. 8, 7, or 1, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2. Now, if you memorize that hand shape, middle, pinky. Next string, pointer, middle, pinky. Next string, pointer, ring, pinky. You've learned what's called the major scale. And you can do it anywhere. If I put my head here. I put my hand here. The hand shape doesn't change. Middle, ring. First, middle. Middle, pinky. Pointer, middle, pinky. Pointer, ring, pinky. I haven't called these fingers by name since kindergarten, so you'll have to forgive me. That's called the major scale. Now I'm going to show you a quick variation on it. It's called the major pentatonic scale, which is only 5 notes instead of 7. And that's just, again, we're going to go major finger, major pentatonic on the A. 1, 2, 3, 5. You skip the 4. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Pinky. You've probably heard that many times. Stevie Wonder. I mean, that part in Sir Duke, that's kind of what he's playing. Just that major pentatonic. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 8, or 1. Richard Marx, Don't Know Nothing. Don't Mean Nothing. Or Eagles have something like that. So that's the major pentatonic. Okay. All right, second thing I want to show you real quick is the minor pentatonic. This is pretty much all rock or blues. We're going to go back to A, and again, major chord was major finger, minor chord you start with your minor finger. Right here, we're going to start on A, again, 5th fret, 1st, 3rd, 5th, right? And this one is, now again, one finger per fret, right? 1, you go to your pinky, which is called the flat third. 4 with your first finger, 5 with your ring finger, flat 7 with your first finger, and then 1 again with your ring finger. Now, later we'll talk about why these numbers mean something. That's called the minor pentatonic, and that is 90% of rock and roll right there. If you put the blues note in, 1 flat third, 4, you're going to put this middle one. See how I'm doing that? 4, sharp 4, 5, flat 7 octave. So, all right, let me show you a couple classic things. Smoke on the Water, we're going to start with the E, go to the G, and then to the A. And then you go to right above the A, which will be the 6th fret. Open. G, A. We'll run down to Montrose. All right. What's another good one? You can easily play, and we'll go over here so you see all the notes a little bit better. Smell Like Teen Spirit. Open is E. G. Well, no, I'm sorry. Open is E. You're going to go to the 5th fret again. You're A. You should have a dot here or a dot here. You go down to your G, which is again a dot on the side. And you go up to C, which is just one string up. Right? Whoops. Screwing up on Smells Like Teen Spirit. That's really sad. Probably get it from there. Sunshine of Your Love. Let's start here on the A. So we got 5th fret. A. That's what it is. All right, so A, G, A. I haven't played Sunshine of Your Love at church in a while, so that's part of it. But Smells Like Teen Spirit is an every Sunday favorite. So again, A, G, A. You come up to this E. D sharp, down to the D. Now the little turnaround part is G, A, C, 3rd fret. So it's a different key than they originally played it. They might play it here. Anyway. All right. Oh, if you do want to learn to slap, I highly encourage it. So everything I just showed you, let's talk about your right hand for a second. A good finger exercise, and I'll do it like this so you can see both hands, is you just put your hand down and then one note, one finger per fret. And you go back down. You want to make sure that you're alternating right and left. And then after you go off from your E string, whoops, you move your thumb up to the next string. So watch how my thumb moves up from holding onto the pickup to holding onto the E string, holding onto the D string, and then so forth. See my thumb there? See my thumb there? Then down. And that's just an exercise. Go up and fret. Someday you'll learn 3 fingers like Billy Sheehan does. For the other rats, you look like a lady. That's Elephant Gun anyway. Oh, let me also talk to you about your pickups real quick. So, this front pickup right here is called the is called the neck pickup. And different ways to function it. If you have a blend knob, you're going to turn it forward. If you have 2 volumes, you're going to turn this volume up and this volume down. Okay. In my case, I turned this one, the back pickup, off. Nope, got that backwards. Here it is. That's called the precision bass sound or the P bass sound, and you use a lot in country, or you probably use it in jazz, because you can sound like an upright. The other sound is if you turn this one off and turn this one full bore. It's very bright. Jocko Pastorius used this sound a lot, but he would roll off the high end. You get harmonics really good, but that's the back. And then my hero, Mark King from Level 42, uses it a lot with his slap stuff. But for most people, it's too bright. I like all the fun stuff you can do with it. So, and then usually on the back, you have either a high-end boost or a low-end boost. There's the low-end boost. There's everything boosted. You can hear it gets kind of edgy. I don't usually go that high with either of them. So, that's a quick once over on your bass. Have fun. Hope you guys are doing well. And I'm still trying to figure out when I can get to San Diego to see you. I might be coming in October to hear the Simon and Garfunkel experience, but that's a whole other conversation. Bye. All right, I started with slap, but I didn't finish it. So let me show you really quick. The main thing you have to remember about using your thumb, which is technically called thumping, is you use this part of the bone of your thumb, and you physically hit the fingerboard. You don't hit here, because then you're going to hit the pickup. You don't hit back here, because it sounds kind of strange. But you physically hit the actual fingerboard. And the motion is like this. Doorknob, that's the radial that you put it on. Okay? But, very important, you hit the fingerboard and you don't be shy about it. And don't think pound, think lift. I'm lifting the sound out of the fingerboard. And the other thing, if you want to pop, now I'm going to show you your hands. So when we call the octave, it's when you have the same note, low and then high. Think disco? Which again, I've played in church fairly regularly. You see how this note, to find the octave, you go up 2 strings, and then you go up 2 frets. So you can hear the difference. No, no, yes. Okay? Here. Go up 2 strings, 2 frets. And you have it. There's your octave. Popping, got your thumb here. First finger. You see you're grabbing it on the higher note. You're pulling it, and it's not gentle. And then the big funk move is, if you look at my left hand, so here's the note, the lower note, here's a higher note, and then you're going up 2 frets to this one. Play that funky music, white boy. That's right. Ta-da-da-da. It's just 4, 5, 5, 7, 1. And then to do the classic pop, slap pop thing is thumb, and then an octave higher. And then you just think like a drummer would. Boom, bam, boom, boom, boom. Right? And then from there, you got a lot of fun stuff you can do. So that's how you generate the slap and pop sound that you want to have, and that's of course the most fun any musician has playing any kind of music. So hope you're having fun with this. Bye.